Hey friends, welcome to a new video. We are headed up north for Father's Day weekend, and I have started The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, which I actually found this book in a little library, and I was so excited because it's in like perfect condition. The cover is beautiful, and I've wanted to read this book for so long, and so when I found it, I was so excited. And then my best friend Lily, when we were at Barnes & Noble together, she decided that she wanted to read it, and so she bought it, and we're actually doing a buddy read. I haven't heard from her if she started it yet, but I'm on chapter 3, so I'm only like a little bit into it. But so far, it's just really cute. It's reminding me of Frederick Backman's writing, and it just sounds a lot like his writing style, and I'm so shaky, you guys. But I have a feeling that this is gonna be a Frederick Backman, like, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be that vibe. So I'm really excited. So far it's really cute, but I'll keep you guys updated. I have done a terrible job of updating you guys, and I'm almost done with it. I am on page 307, chapter 16, and this book, you guys, is so precious and so cute. It is a man named Linus, and in his world, basically there's some kids that are born with magic and then there's some that aren't, and he has the job of monitoring and like checking in on kids at different orphanages that are magical. And so he's a social worker, caseworker kind of person, and he gets sent on this like special trip to go and investigate this orphanage that is kind of like by itself. And the kids that are there are very unique, or they have magical abilities that are one of a kind, never seen before. And it's run by a man named Arthur. And so Linus goes and he's working on the island, and he is getting to know Arthur, he's getting to know the kids, and he's falling in love with all of them, and he just feels like it's his place, and he's so happy there. And this book is just so cute. It had been on my TBR forever, and then I found it in a little library like on the path that Ty and I walk. I am very obsessed. It's very cute. I was actually buddy reading this with my best friend Lily, and she read it before me, so she finished it yesterday, and I was getting a little competitive, I'm not gonna lie, but she finished it yesterday, and I still have like 100 pages to go. So my goal is to finish it tonight, but it is 90 degrees in Grand Rapids right now, which is crazy because Michigan does not usually get this hot. So this whole week has been really crazy and really hot. But I'm about to go on a run, and Ty and I have been running together, and the best that I've done is like a half mile, just running straight through without stopping. So I decided I am going to try to run a mile today. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to actually run a whole mile today. And I may get some footage while we're running, or if I hit a mile. Hopefully I hit a mile. If I do, I'll put it in the vlog, so stay tuned. We got outside to start our run, and Ty is literally glowing. He's so pale.
I look really white on camera.
Not really, but you were like a beacon of light. Oh yeah, now you're pale. That's hilarious. Guys, I did it. My whole body hurts. I'm super sweaty. I'm exhausted, but I did it. I ran a mile for the first time.
It's very hot out today.
It's like 90 degrees.
She did her first mile on a 90-degree day. It's not like 90 degrees, it actually is 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And I think it feels probably like 95 or 100. It's really, really humid out.
It's gross. I'm like dripping sweat.
I'm dripping sweat too, and I'm fine. I'm not even that worn out, but I'm like so sweaty. That's how hot it is out here.
I need water.
She did it.
I did it. I ran a mile. Checking out this little library. See if there's anything good. They have Dear John. That's cute. But nothing that I want, I think. Nope. Nothing. He's so little. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Come here. You're so cute. I'm not gonna hurt you, I promise. Come here. You see his little nose like moving back and forth? Come here.
This is the aftermath. I ran a mile in 90 degrees. I'm pretty proud of myself, honestly, because it has been my goal to run a whole mile without stopping. And I finally did it, and I just haven't pushed myself enough, and today I finally did, and I did it, so I'm just really happy. This is the beginning of my running journey, so still have far to go, but I ran an entire mile on a 90-degree day, so I'm very proud of myself. But I am super sweaty, so I'm gonna take a shower and then just sit and read my book and probably just read for the rest of the night, which I'm really excited about because I have another book lined up after this one that I am so excited to read. So I'm gonna go shower and then read. I finished this book last night and it was so cute and it just made my heart feel so soft and like swept away by all these characters and just how cute and sweet the ending was. Like, this book was just such a cute, lighthearted read, but there was so much under the surface, like the metaphor of protecting the kids and their magical abilities with like people that stand out in the world, and all of just like the hatred and prejudice towards people, and just the way that this book adds that in with the idea of these like metaphorical magical children. There's so much under the surface that I feel like you could analyze this book for all of the deeper meanings, and as I was reading the end, I was like, I see you, TJ Klune, I know what you're trying to say, and I loved it. I just thought this book was so cute, and all of the kids are just so unique, and I feel like I imagine them as different like magical characters that I've seen like in cartoons or whatever. Like Chauncey, I imagined as Bob from the Monsters vs. Aliens movie, even though his eyes are like kind of like that. And then I imagined like Lucy as a little vampire for some reason, and like the little gnome, and just all these really cute little kid characters. It was just so sweet and such a cute book, and the cover is just stunning. So I finished this one and absolutely loved it. Probably like a 4 or 5 star read. I feel like maybe a 5-star read, but the beginning was a little slow and I feel like it took me a little bit to get into it, so maybe a 4-star read. I kind of have to sit with this one a little bit before I give it my final review, but it's such a sweet, cute, just happy little read. So I would definitely recommend. It's a good summer read because they're on an island and like the ocean is around them and it's sunny and it's pretty, and it was just so cute. So I finished this one, and then last night I got 30 pages into This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune, and her 2 other books were both 5-star reads for me. So I am now, this morning I was able to read a ton, and I'm 128 pages in on chapter 17, and I am very obsessed with this book so far. I'm very addicted. I like started reading it last night, was immediately invested. Like, she throws you right into the story when the main character Lucy meets the forbidden younger brother, and like they immediately meet each other. There's an immediate connection. The romance is just so cute, and like they're flirting in secret, and so it's like all these things that you're picking up on and you're like, oh, this isn't allowed, they shouldn't be doing this, but it's just so sweet and cute. And then it's like 5 years later and Lucy goes back to the island that her best friend Bridget lives on, and Bridget is like having a meltdown about getting married, and like they don't fully know what's going on with her yet, so Lucy goes to like help her and figure out what's going on with her younger brother Felix. So Lucy and Bridget's younger brother are like working together to help Bridget and figure out what's going on, and obviously like flirting in the background and trying to keep away from each other. And it is just so cute and fun, and I'm really excited because Ty and I are actually getting ready to go to the beach. So I'm hoping to read some of this on the beach, or at least take pictures of it with Lake Michigan, because it's a summer read, it's a good beach read. We made it to Grand Haven for the beach, but then the main parking lot was full, so we've gone to our secret spot that I'm not gonna say because I don't want people to start coming here. And the nice thing is there is like no one in the parking lot, so we don't think it'll be busy at all, which is super nice. But we have a little hike and then we get to the water.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares. Standing right
Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string.
She said to stop recording once she went under, and she walked out for like 2 minutes before she went underwater. It's cold now.
We are leaving the lake now. I'm very sad, but we've been here for a couple hours, and now we're gonna go get dinner at a place called Butch's Burritos, which look like they're really yummy and cheap. So we are very excited and very hungry. It'll be really yummy. Look at how massive this burrito is. And Ty got a hot dog. There's a bun wrapped in a tortilla. Oh my goodness.
It's like green.
My burrito is huge. I'm so excited to eat this. We just got the most giant snow cone ever on accident. It is ridiculous. Huge. I mean, everyone's like looking at us and laughing because it's like the size of my head.
No, it is bigger than both.
That is huge, but we're gonna eat it.
It's the biggest snow cone I've ever seen in my life.
A few moments later.
Well, we did it. Almost.
No, we didn't. Not even almost.
It's a lot.
There's a couple pounds of liquid in here still.
Yeah, don't order the big kahuna. I don't know if I can move.
Get it if you have more than
2 people.
2 people.
My stomach is just full of ice and syrup right now. Okay, friends, I'm on page 216. I am so close to being done with this book, and honestly, I'm pretty bummed because I'm actually liking it a lot. Like, I just think that Carly Fortune's writing is so refreshing, and they're the kind of books that you can just sink into and it just feels real immediately. Like, when I started reading it, there's just no time that it takes to get like settled into the characters or like where they're living or any of those things. Like, you just immediately feel sucked in, because I think the whole forbidden romance thing just plays a major part in adding to like the will they won't they, because it's like they're not just enemies. They don't just like not interact with each other. They're not strangers. Like, they have been close together for a long time, and so there's multiple flashbacks of like when they would be together and like they would run into each other or they would spend time together. And I think a big thing that I love about it is Felix, the main love interest, like the guy love interest, is just so like sweet, like such a good character that you feel the main character's issue of like, I don't want to tell my best friend that I'm in love with her brother, but at the same time it's like you can't resist him. Like, even as a reader, you completely understand her dilemma, and it's like, girl, I don't know what to tell you, but I do have a suspicion. Like, I think I know what's going on with Bridget and what she's keeping secret from Lucy, the main character. So I'm interested to see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But guys, I would definitely recommend this. If you need a good summer read, I would recommend it. Ignore what I look like because it's the morning, but I just finished The Summer Will Be Different, and I could literally cry about how much I love this book and the fact that I just finished it. I am heartbroken that I finished it because it is so good. It was so good. It is definitely a 5-star read, if not more than that. Potentially on my list of top 10 books ever. Like, I can see myself rereading this one multiple times. And I've read all of Carly Fortune's books, and I think this one is my new favorite. It's like every time I read a book by her, it becomes my new favorite of hers, and this one was just so good. Her writing, I feel like, has grown so much that the chemistry between Lucy and Felix in this book is astounding. Like, it feels so real, but it's also just so heartfelt and special, and like there wasn't any moment in this book where I was frustrated or upset or like this isn't realistic, whatever. Like, it was just a perfect read, and the setting was so good. Like, she just captured the island so well. It felt like you were there. It felt like you were on this trip with Lucy and her best friend Bridget. And I am just floored at how good this book was, you guys. If you need a summer read, I think I've already said this, but please buy this book, read it. It is so good. I am excited for her next book because now her writing has just reached a new level, I feel like, with this one. And I think the storyline was also just really sweet. Like, it was kind of refreshing because there was still conflict and like the characters figuring out everything that was going on, but it wasn't any kind of conflict between like the romance or the best friends. Like it wasn't a conflict that hurt or was annoying after any amount of time. Like it just made sense. And it was just a good, refreshing, lighthearted, but also like deeply impactful read. So I love this one. There are elements of grief as Lucy is like mourning her aunt and like processing the loss of her aunt and processing how her life needs to move on. And the way that played out is just so good. This book was just so good, you guys. But I am on to the next. I need to figure out my June TBR and honestly my summer like TBR. I know what my next read is gonna be. So stay tuned and check out the next video for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. This video was so fun to make, just like a little week in my life. But thank you for watching. I love you guys. Read this book. Bye.